Neil Garratt.
Morning. So one group of Londoners that we have all been listening to this week is bus drivers and their unfair and unhealthy place of work. I'm sure you've seen the ITV reports that 17% of London bus drivers have fallen asleep at the wheel. 1 in 4 does not have adequate toilet facilities on their rest points, so they're using bottles and jars on the bus. Drivers are afraid to raise these concerns because of the culture that they perceive within the industry. So like all of us, I imagine you're going to say that you are appalled. The question is whether anything will change. So what are you going to do about all of these points and others that have been brought to your attention?
Well, Chair, can I thank him and Senator Baker, both of whom have been really thorough in relation to raising this issue and bringing it to our attention. So yesterday, I spoke to the Deputy Mayor for Transport as a consequence of the snippet I'd seen in terms of the Transport Committee, I think it was, that met yesterday. So the two things that were new to me were the ITV report that I saw recently, which I found appalling in terms of what drivers are going through. I followed that up with the Commissioner. And secondly, hopefully he'll be pleased to have seen the response from the Commissioner yesterday in relation to agreeing this is unacceptable. There's a number of things we've got to do. One is, I don't think we can rely upon the operator to, by themselves, turn this around, because clearly things aren't getting better as they should. So the Commissioner made it quite clear, both in terms of the context we have with the operator, but also the trade unions and bus drivers. They must have direct access to let us know what's happening in reality. I'll give them a recent example. I met a bus driver at a bus garage, and I was talking to him about how great he must find the facilities are we've introduced, and he told me, actually, no, the reality is very different to what I've been told about the facilities, and so we followed that up. So it can't be incumbent upon just the bus drivers to let us know. We've got to go out there and check for ourselves whether what the operators have told us is happening. And my promise to him, more importantly to bus drivers, is TfL will proactively go out and see for themselves if the stuff that we've been told has happened, and also proactively see what more needs to be done to improve the welfare of our bus drivers.
I mean, I've been raising this for 5 years, so I'm pleased that it's now come to your attention. I don't know why it didn't previously. One of the problems, to be blunt, is that bus drivers just think that they've also been banging on about this for years, many years, longer than I have, and they just think that nothing will change. So what is tangibly happening that it will actually be different this time?
Well, he's only been raising it for a short time, but I've been raising it for 10 years, and I've been bringing about change for 10 years, which is why I'm the first mayor to introduce
So I was being nice. So nothing has happened. All of these issues, you've been mayor for nearly a decade, nothing's changed. Stop blowing your own trumpet. You're now pretending that this is the first...
I thought we were going to have a best question time.
No, you're now pretending that this is the first time...
questions to be asked and me to answer them.
You're now pretending this is the first time this has been brought to your attention.
This bad manners is not good for anybody.
There's a long...
If I could answer the question, that would really help.
He's talking over me because he doesn't want to hear. What will be different this time? What will be different this time?
Since becoming mayor, I'm the mayor that's introduced 75 toilet facilities on 75 routes, 79 welfare facilities. We brought out a big change in relation to how operators behave. Unlike him, I respect and value trade unions who've been integral to bus drivers, letting us know what the challenges are. Despite cuts from the government, we've introduced and invested £24.5 million in bus drivers' welfare, with a further £6 million investment in the upcoming year. So we can play party politics with this, or we can recognise the progress made, but accept, as I've said, there's more that needs to be done.
So 12 months from now, how will it be different? What will have changed?
Well, we hope to build on the progress made over the last 10 years. We hope over the course of the next year to have regular reviews of bus schedules to ensure that we're checking the welfare of the bus drivers, to check to make sure that issues around fatigue have been addressed. A further piece of work has been undertaken in relation to auditing of drivers' hours to make sure issues around compliance with national regulations are taking place. Each bus operator now for the first time has a fatigue risk management plan that goes beyond legal minimums. And in 12 years' time, we'll have the results, I hope, of the fatigue detection technology that we're embarking on, which looks at the impact of rostering, for example, on driver alertness. And we'll also have, in 12 months' time, the impact of the training programmes in relation to fatigue management, in relation to well-being, and in relation to hazard awareness as well. We'll also know in 12 months' time how the £500,000 we've invested in innovation on fatigue, health and well-being has been fulfilled. And we'll also have in 12 months' time the results from Loughborough University on enhanced well-being checks. I also hope in 12 months' time we'll see changes brought about by the bus safety improvement, including redesigning of bus cabins, improving ergonomics, comfort and the in-cabin environment.
That's the Loughborough University study from 2019 you're referring to. Just quickly, another issue that Londoners will bring up, I'm sure you're aware, I'll obviously be checking in 12 months to see whether any of that has happened. Another issue Londoners will tell you about is potholes. Just quickly, are you aware electric buses being heavier, they have higher axle weight, which is a main factor in road wear? Has anyone brought to your attention the risk of increased potholes and road wear from electric buses?
It's just worth clarifying because the member misspoke. He meant the Loughborough University report commissioned in 2025. He said 2019. That's fine. I'm well aware of heavy vehicles causing damage to our roads. One of the reasons why TfL is doing the detailed analysis in relation to the impacts of supersized SUVs is not
My
just
question was
danger.
about buses, not supersized SUVs or any other kind of SUVs. Electric buses, are you aware they're heavier and therefore causing more road wear or not?
One of the reasons why TfL is doing the detailed analysis into supersized SUVs, it's not just in relation to road danger, but also in relation to the impact heavier vehicles have on issues around damages to our roads. And that impact not just supersized SUVs, but also electric buses, HGVs and other heavier vehicles.
I'm not sure that was really an answer to my question. I will leave it there, Chair.